Hello, and welcome back to Diecast Graveyard. My name is Paul. I've been getting a lot of requests from folks to say, how do you detail an engine? I mean, like putting in the spark plug wires and like that. So, we're going to show you that today. Here I've got the inside of a 55 gasser, and I've got this pin vise, which is available in my Amazon Marketplace. And I got some really fine bits that I picked up at the Harbor Freight store. And you got to have small bits, but you got to be super careful with these because they snap really easy. Since this is an 8-cylinder, obviously 4 on each side, you want to go ahead and space out 4 holes evenly or as best as you can on both sides of the engine. I've already drilled out 2. Now we're going to use this pin vise and we're going to drill a hole to be able to put in the wires for the spark plug wires. Now the wires I picked up at a Joann Fabrics in the section where they sell the beads to make necklaces and bracelets, etc. Now the best part about that is if you get the wire, you can get kits with different colors of wire. So if you got a purple car, you can put purple spark plug wires. If you got a blue car, blue wires, etc., etc. So check these out. I tried looking for my pack today and I couldn't find it. So this particular one here, we're going to use standard red wires for spark plug wires. Go ahead, like I said, and use this pin vise. Now this is plastic. Now some of the engines that you have may have a metal base and you're going to have to be a lot more careful with that. Notice how I drilled through the cavity completely, and the holes are spaced out pretty much even, which is pretty cool. Then you're going to go ahead and repeat the same thing on the other side of the engine, 4 fairly evenly spaced holes. Now I took a little bit of the brass tubing, and I took these little wires, and I cut 8 separate lengths, equal lengths of the wires, and I twisted them and fed them through the little brass tube there, and then I super glued them in place. I trimmed it up and I put that little brass tube down behind the engine where the distributor would normally go, depending of course on what type of car you're using. Now Fords, of course, their distributor cap is in the front. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button and click on that little bell to be alerted to future videos that come out. Now the one thing you have to do is as soon as you super glue this thing in place, capillary action is going to take the super glue down the wires. So you're going to need to separate those wires like this because they'll all stick together. So try and separate those wires as soon as you can once you glue that distributor cap in place. Okay, we've got them spaced out fairly even. We're going to let that dry. You may even put a few drops of the accelerator on there to dry the super glue. Now we're going to feed the wires into the holes that you drilled. Now you can see the wire that I just fed through there. I'm going to take a pair of tweezers and I'm going to twist the tweezers because it's awful hard to pull those out. Sorry about the camera angle there. That's what happens when you zoom in. There we go. We pull that through. Now we're going to do another one here so you see it. Maybe zoom out a little bit here. Try and get them in a sequence here where the wires don't look like they've crossed each other to make them look that much better. Okay? Now we got the second wire we're going to put in for the spark plugs. Feed that through. Take your tweezers. Grab the wire, twist it a little bit, make it easier to pull through, and pull that wire through just like so. And then try and push it into place to make it look good. Those are looking pretty good. Not too bad. Put the next one in. Feed that through, of course. Take your tweezers, twist them around the wire, and pull it through. just like you see there. Of course, once you finish one side, you're going to have to go and do the other side too. Now, the wires that are hanging down there, we're going to use some snips, and we're going to level those out and trim them up so they're not hanging down into your car. Look how nice that looks. That is absolutely sweet. Now again, like I said, when I was at Joann Fabrics, they got different color wires, so you can really customize any car you want to. Like I said, if you got a blue car, you can do blue wires or light blue wires or purple wires or whatever, and make it look really, really cool. Now I couldn't fit these big old Mondo snippers in there, so I got some sprue cutters, and I trimmed those up with the sprue cutters. There we go. Took them all out. Now, you can glue those in place if you want to, but it's not really necessary. I just took something and flattened them up against the inside of the engine wall there, and it worked out fine. But that's up to you. That looks really nice. I'm happy with that. Alright, we did the other side too. Now that really details up an engine and makes it look pretty good. Now I didn't get the spacing as well as I did on the other side, but it still looks pretty darn good. Now you want to test it to see if it's going to fit in the body here, okay? Now, because of how far back the distributor sat, I had to file a hole in the firewall in order to get that to fit straight. Or fit flat anyways. See how nice that looks now? So you may have to do a little bit of modifying to get it to fit properly. That looks pretty darn good. Now, of course, anytime you go to do these wires and stuff, if you want to detail up the engine even more by painting the valve covers or the headers or anything else in the car, you'll want to do that ahead of time before you start doing all this. Now you can do it before you put the wires in, is what I'm saying here. I mean, once you drill your holes and everything, but that's the time you want to paint it up. That turned out really nice. And both sides of the car. Now you can take a pair of pliers or something with a point, and you can rearrange the wires to make them look a little straighter or whatever you want to. But those look really good, and they can really define your project and make it look that much better. That's pretty cool. Now, a little more detail here. I've got these 3D printed caps for the carburetors on top of the blower. These were made by Bearcat Designs, and they fit perfectly on the car. Now you can go ahead and glue those in place and paint them whatever color you want to. But those look sweet. Now talk about the little details here. Those look fantastic. I'm not going to get into the painting. We're going to maybe do that in a future video. But this looks really sweet. Look at that. Grizz Flowers did an awesome job on the 3D printing. And he offers all kinds of things like headers and engines and drivers for your car and all kinds of other 3D printed parts. So you'll have to check that out at Bearcat Designs. Look how nice that looks. And again, if you painted that up, that would look absolutely awesome. If you painted them gold or whatever you wanted to match the color of your car, that would look fantastic. I'm really happy with the way that turned out. I'll definitely paint this up later on. I might even change the headers out yet. I don't know, because Grizz prints out really sharp looking headers too. But that looks really good. Okay, Bearcat 3D Designs. Check out Grizz's page at www.bearcat3ddesigns.com. He does fantastic work. His prices are incredibly reasonable, and he gets things out very, very fast. So please check out his website. I want to thank my Patreon subscribers, Grim Reaper Level, William Robinson, Dale Johnson, Ed Ostrander, and Richard Reese. Mortician Level, Jake Rademaker, Sam Pascal, Air Warrior Coffee Company, and Ricky Montalvo. Funeral Director, Double B's Customs, check out his Facebook page. Diecast Sheriff, check out his YouTube page. And Dave Christensen, thank you so much. Gravedigger, Wade Hendricks, Keith Kripe, we're building a really nice truck for him. You'll be seeing the video on that. Pallbearer Level, Gary Tasker, thank you so much, sir. Hearse Drivers, Ronald Raby, Tony Hughes over in the UK, thank you, brother. Scott Turner, Diecast Pirate, and Pete Langford. Thank you guys so much. I could not do this without you, and if you want to become a member of the Patreon team, check out the link in the comment block, and I sure could use your help. I want to thank you so much for everything you guys do, and all the videos you watch, and the thumbs up that you give. It's fantastic. I love making these videos for you. It's a lot of fun. If you want to see other details or any other thing you want me to do a video on, please leave a comment in the comments section, and I'll do the best I can to get it out. I got other things on airbrushes and all kinds of other things. Now, my friend Keith at Outlaw Speed Shop, he just did his, went over 14,000 subscribers, and he had a thing called the Wicked Pissa Jar, where he once a week added something really cool to this jar and gave it away when he got to a certain number. We're introducing the prize coffin. Once a week when I do a video, and then for every 1,000 subscribers that I reach, we're going to give away everything in the prize coffin. So the very first prize that we're going to put in the prize coffin, because I'm coming up on 4,000 subscribers, this is going to be an ongoing thing. We're going to put one of these 55 gasser Try-Me cars. It'll be in a protector, it'll be on the card, and it'll be in really super good shape. But this is the first prize that I'm donating this week to the prize coffin. And all subscribers are eligible to win the prize coffin. So I got 4,000 subscribers, I got 5,000 subscribers, 6,000, etc., etc., etc. And everything will be built up in the prize coffin, and you'll win everything. One lucky subscriber will win everything in the prize coffin. Wow, I can't thank you folks enough. I hope you really enjoyed this detail build. It was a lot of fun. And we got a lot of other videos coming up, and a lot of special announcements, all kinds of things going on here. But it's been a it's been a great video here. I really enjoyed this, and I hope that you folks enjoyed it too. So thank you for everything that you do. Thank you for subscribing, your thumbs up, your comments. Thank you for everything. My name is Paul with Diecast Graveyard, and we got a lot more videos coming up here, and we'll get them out as soon as we possibly can. I hope you all have a great weekend, and please stay healthy with this COVID virus and everything, and your families, and take care of yourselves, and we'll see you again in the near future. Again, this is Paul from Diecast Graveyard. Have a great day.